So this is my Carolina Reaper. Got tons of pods on it. They're everywhere. Got a couple ripe pods in there. Right there. These peppers are everywhere. This thing's putting out like crazy. Got a small ripe one right here. Got another one that's about to be ripe right there. Alright, now I got my ghost right here. Massive. These pepper plants, all my ghosts didn't start putting out until probably about a week to 2 weeks ago. So I got really no ripe ones. The only one ripe one I had that came out was I already picked it and ate it. So got tons, not tons, but got a good handful of peppers. Hopefully they get a lot bigger. So we're gonna have one ghost right here. Gonna have another ghost right here. Another ghost, and then another ghost. This last one is probably where the biggest ones are right now. All those were in the 5-gallon buckets, and now I have another ghost right here. This one's only in, I want to say, I don't know what size pot this is, but it's a very smaller pot than a 5-gallon. It's got one small pepper right here. And then it's got a pretty good size. This is probably like the first ghost I had other than the one I ate already. Right here. Pretty good size. It's probably about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks old. So that was a ghost. Now this is going to be another Carolina Reaper. It's a young one. Right here we're going to have a... We're going to have a... I think this one's going to be another Carolina Reaper, just another young one. These two right here were both started at the same time, just smaller. So then back here we're going to have my Trinidad scorpions. And this one on the right was topped and the one on the left wasn't topped. They're about the same on leaves. This one had a lot more leaves actually, but this one is, some reason it's dying. You can see it's I don't know what's going on with it. So this broke off, so it's just a stick pretty much now with a couple leaves. I don't know what's on it. I haven't seen any bugs on it, so I don't know if it's got some kind of disease. I'm about to move it away from all my other ones just to be safe. But this one was topped and this one wasn't. And honestly, I think this one's coming out a lot better before it had the disease. So this one right here is going to be my third Trinidad. Oh, those two were Trinidad scorpions. This one right here is going to be my third Trinidad scorpion. And this one was topped, not on purpose. It was topped when it was about that big. And the reason why is it got aphids, and it destroyed the top. And I didn't notice the aphids until the top was already destroyed. But, you know, that worked out really well because... out of all all these ones right here were grown at the same time, and other than the big ones, and this is the only one this one's putting out the most peppers, I should say. So, and this one actually had a problem with getting, it looked like mold or rot on it, and I gave it calcium and Epsom salt spray, and because someone on the forum told me about it. So thank you for that, and it came out great. So now the other peppers are doing amazing. This one right here is going to be another Carolina Reaper. It's getting pods. For some reason, it didn't get any pods. It was only that first Carolina Reaper and one of my ghosts that ever got pods in the beginning of the season. Now, I sprayed them all with an Epsom salt spray, and they're all getting pods now. So I'm going to have to start using Epsom salt a lot more. And now the other Carolina Reaper doesn't have any tails, but this one's actually getting a couple tails on the small pods, as you can see. And this one's probably my favorite. It's a small tail, in my opinion, but it looks quite cool. So I like the look of that. And it's just a bunch of small pods everywhere. This one right here is going to be another Carolina Reaper. It's just a small one. Doing amazing though. So, yeah, so this Carolina Reaper right here was actually topped. And I believe this one wasn't. So yeah, if you guys know anything why this would be dying on me like this, let's see. I mean, this right here is just it's pretty much dead. This whole branch right here. This one's losing all its leaves. We'll see if we can make a comeback on this guy. And I use the single method, single pot, so with holes poked in the bottom. So all my pepper plants in the 5-gallon buckets, they're all started at the same time except for these two right here, the two Trinidad scorpions. The two Trinidad scorpions were all started at the same time as all these plants right here and the one over there in that small pot, except for this one ghost in the small pot. This one was started at the same time as those. And it's amazing the size difference for them all starting at the same time, just that small pot difference. That small pot makes a huge difference. So, yep, that's my pepper growing for this season. Stay tuned for more updates.